stay checked at all times. Lets us know we're hot. Usually we don't see it until somebody calls and say, hey, you're not live anymore. But anyway, we should be fine.
Good afternoon, Raider Nation. My name is Brent Johnson. Along with me, Carson Taylor, freshman at Bacon County High School, new to TSA and Engineering and Technology program. He is producing the show for us today as I'm on the camera and doing double duty, and you know what that means. I'm going to miss some shots because I get too caught up in the games, but I want to welcome you to Jeff Davis County, Hazelhurst, Georgia. This is a big region matchup between our Lady Raiders as we begin right now. We got set up just in time. I do go ahead and apologize for this angle. It's the best we could do here at this field. I just don't think they wanted to accommodate us too well. But nonetheless, we thought we might be inside. That's ball high. I'll try my best to describe to you because we just don't have the angle behind the backstop as we normally would. I don't even think I can. We'll try some different angles here. Maybe Carson can help me see what's the best one. Trying to get the pitcher and the batter at play. It's called strike one. 1-1 now, the count, as it is. Zoe Hodges leads off for the Red Raiders, number 4, sophomore. She takes ball high. On deck is Sadie Adams, freshman. No, I'm sorry, she is a sophomore. This ball is lifted. It's going to be out of play. Oh, off the wall, actually. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Lady Raiders come in here 1-0 in region play, only in technically 1-0 on the season because 2 other regular season games have been rained out. Huge rivalry game. Anytime we play Jeff Davis in marbles, basket weaving, baseball, football, it doesn't matter. We want to win. She's out in front of that ball. Right at us, and that was the only fear we had is we had to watch out for foul balls. But those of you that are accustomed to watching our broadcast, you know we have set up in much more tighter spots than this. But I'll try to give you the best angles as possible and describe it to you the best that I can. Another ball out in front of it. It's going to be out of play, but a great effort by the third baseman, unable to make the diving catch. Again, Hodges hanging tough. 2-2 still the count. No outs, top of the first. There's the pitch, and she hits it right to the third baseman. Fires over to first for the out. Just a great defensive play there. Really good at bat. If you want to call it a good out, I think about 8 pitches were thrown. Adams at the plate. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm not going to worry about the pitcher. I'll let you guys at home see the batter. Nice perspective there. I'll just try to whip the camera as quick as I can, describe to you where the ball goes. On deck is Booth, and she slaps this one back to the third baseman. Oh, a high throw, but she gets it down in time for the out. That was actually a pretty good shot there. And again, those of you again are familiar with me. When I'm on the camera and commentating, I have a tendency to watch the game. That's why I don't video very much. But I want to welcome you to BCTV production on the NFHS network, powered by Play On Sports. Strike. Middle of this inning, I do want to definitely thank the folks that helped make it possible for us to be here, our sponsors. Change up just a little low. Good call by the ref, or umpire, I should say. Not too bad when the sun is behind the cloud. It's still kind of humid. It's a little slight breeze blowing across the field, but that sun comes out, it is blazing. There's the pitch. Ball high. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs now here, top of the first. Swing and a miss. Might have been ball 3. 2-2-2 across the board for Booth. Lots of power, this young lady. Got some fans in the outfield. Well, fans of Jeff Davis. I'd like to see her hit one to the peanut gallery, and she hits one right to us. It's not a good omen, folks. It's 2 times in the first inning a ball has come right to us. I'm just glad it's been on the ground, right, Carson?
Really?
There's the pitch high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. These first 3 batters, 2 out of the 3. I think Sadie swung at the first pitch, but really working the pitcher. Of course, I'm not sure if pitch count doesn't mean as much in softball as it does in baseball, but this ball is hammered. Home run for Brianna Booth. I had to whip it around. You may not have saw the ball, but we're going to see her trot around the bases. And, folks, this is home run city right now. Booth hit a home run last week at Swainsboro, 1-0. I mean, she smoked it to the opposite field, right of center field. Lady Raiders celebrate with her at home plate. It's going to bring A.J. Aniston Johnson to the plate. Wow, 1-0, 2 outs. And she is dangerous. That cleanup spot. Ball's foul out of play. Aniston unfortunately, she with a grand slam in the first game of the season. However, it was a scrimmage game, and it doesn't count in the books, but it was just a huge hit and a great situation for her. She homered as well against Swainsboro last week. Haven't even mentioned Coach Poff yet. Kelly Poff, the new coach. This ball is hit high to left field. Should be out, number 3, and it is going to end the inning. However, a big home run by Brianna Booth. Tacks on 1 for the Raiders. And of Bacon County, everything, all sports, including always supported me with our broadcasting. I want to thank her specifically and her staff down there. If you need something for your electrical or plumbing needs, please go by and see Coley Electric in Alma. And finally, as far as a title sponsor for the year, we want to definitely thank Family Vision Care. Dr. Hutto is a young guy with a lot of enthusiasm about what he does and a lot of knowledge that is just spilling over. And he wants to take care of our community as it took care of him as he grew up right here in Alma and Bacon County. And Dr. McQuaig as well has been in this community for many, many years, and he has carried on a tradition from his father and grandfather, and we want to thank those two guys for opening a brand new business for our community that's just beautiful. If you haven't been by to see it, it's extremely nice. All right, here we go. Bottom of the first. Bottom of the first. One to nothing Raiders. I'm going to tighten in a little bit right there. All right, let's see. Up for the Yellow Jackets. It's Chloe Chancey Carter on deck. Williams in the hole. Not sure what's going on the mound there. I think she's calling the coach out. Maybe warning her about something. Not sure. We'll try to figure it all out. Sadie Adams, on the mound for the Lady Raiders. This is kind of strange. There's a few fundamental things that a pitcher has to do when she's pitching. Has to keep that drag foot down. We'll go back to the home plate now. Again, Chancey on the at bat for JD. Ball just a little low. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball a little low again. 3 balls. No strikes. I tell you what, on these the Jackets, I'm going to back it out here. Have a little discussion by our catcher. Snell behind the plate. Adams on the mound. Durrance at first. Whitley at second. Booth at third. Johnson at shortstop. Strozier in left field. Zoe Hodges in center. And Diamond Edwards in right field. This ball is hit sharply to shortstop. Scoops it up. Fires to first. Ball comes out of the glove of Booth. I think maybe, I don't know, AJ may have rushed it just a little bit. Maybe she had a little more time. I'm not sure. I was watching her and not the runner. Speedy runner. It's going to be close. Sort of a bang-bang play there. 1 on, no outs. Raiders lead 1-0 off the big home run by Booth. Strike. Good looking pitch there. Perfect height. Just below the knees. Bunt, and it's perfect. Booth fires to first. Runner out at first. Runner's going to squirt around to third. Coach was in the way to see the out at first, but we did get 1 out, which was good. Just a perfect bunt. The ball just died right in front of the plate. Williams to the plate now for the Jackets. Wooten on deck, McGowan in the hole. This ball is hit sharply. Makes the play at first. What a cry. I hope I got that on camera. What a diving stop by AJ. Almost makes the catch. And then from her knees, throws her out at first. What a great defensive play. Exactly what she needed to come back from the out that she probably thinks she should have had earlier. Also, the biggest thing is she was able to hold that runner at third base. 2 outs now with a chance to get out of the inning without a run. This ball is going to be trouble. Just a C&I single. Runner scores. Nothing you can do about that. Basically just fought the pitch off her thumbs, it looked like. McGowan to the plate. Lock on deck. Scott in the hole for the Jackets. Again, a huge region matchup here for the Raiders. Anytime you got to win all your region games. That's the bottom line. If you want to win the region outright so that you'll have the number 1 seed going into the playoffs. And it seems like year in and year out, it's the Raiders, Jeff Davis, and the Vidalia every year tangling up for that 1, 2, 3 spot in the region. We're a young team. Slap hit. Oh, no. That's just tough luck. Trouble in the hole. Could be Again, the ball was deflected by the pitcher. AJ was unable to get the ball. She would have had it. She would have had it fine. Again, can't fault anybody there. That's one of those things that'll drive you as a player and coach crazy. You just got to let it go. Not a mistake. It's just a play. 2 outs, 1 run in. Runners at second and third. Change up. He calls a strike. Oh, I thought it might have been a tad low, but I'll take it. No balls, 1 strike. One more sponsor I want to talk about. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. If we can get out of this inning with just 1 run, it'll be great. Change up. Just over our head. Ball just high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wouldn't be making this broadcast right now. At all, unless we had the device, this modem that Mr. Chris Wilcox graciously loans us, and we want to give him a plug, Chris Wilcox, and some of the businesses that he has available to us right here in Alma, Georgia. Aloha Tanning Salon is one that I definitely want to give a shout out to. We're running a little slate for it today. Another foul ball right to us. That's 3, Carson. Of course, they're on the ground. They're fine. I just don't want them 3 feet higher. Aloha Tanning Salon right there in the shopping center in the IGA parking lot. Go by and see them for your tanning needs. Swing and a miss, strike three. Get out of the inning. Only giving up that one run after a possible error. I wouldn't give it an error. And then we had just an unfortunate play, a deflection off the pitcher's glove, not allowing the shortstop to make a play, allowing that one run to score. 1-1. Again, just a huge game here for Kelly Poff. This is only her second region game, but really her first region game. No disrespect to Swainsboro. I'm saying that because of who this team is and what they represent as far as the rivalry there is between us and Jeff Davis. And, again, we're glad to have Kelly here with us, and the staff that she has here is some local folks. She comes from with a pretty good resume from the places that she's been and the success that she's had. The girls seem to be excited, the parents and the hitter today, and number 9, she's on deck. Durance is on at the plate. On a bat for the Red Raiders. Taz also had a home run last week in Swainsboro. Ashley has a ton of power. Great personality, this young lady, first baseman. Takes it for the team. She's going to get a free base. Put it on for Taz. This lady's hot now. I mean, she came, got everything, all the paperwork done, got her cleared. She had one practice. And then the very next game we had I forget the team, but it was a rainout, but it was Coffee on a Wednesday. She comes up the second inning to bat, hits a grand slam. It doesn't count because the game was canceled. But the very next day in Swainsboro, it's a home run. She hammers this one down the left field line, but just foul. So this girl is seeing the ball like it's a beach ball to her. I'm going to come out just a little bit in case I have to follow a big home run here for those of you at home. If you are watching, if you have my number or Facebook, Messenger, message me. Let me know that you're able to see. Everything looks good. Everything's okay. Pop up. Catcher's going to make a play for the first out of the inning. I know she's not going to be happy with that. Cameo Snell comes to the plate now with Strozier on deck for the Raiders. Motto this season for the Lady Raiders is better than yesterday. It's on the back of their shirts. They wear to school and at practice. Just a little low. Ball one. Another ball low. 2 balls, no strikes. There's a hit softly to the second baseman for the second out. It'll hold the runner at first. I'm sorry, this is not true. This is Edwards to the plate. I apologize. And I made a mistake a while ago. Taz is at second base. She's not a designated hitter. There's a strike over the plate. Count 0-1, 2 outs Top of the second. We are going 7 innings, weather permitting, which I believe it will. Forecast says we will. I hope we don't get a shower because we don't have a tent. I told Carson all the way over here, man, I feel like I left something. Well, we were anticipating, if you were with the broadcast early, right when we started, we were anticipating getting inside over here, but that wasn't the case. And I didn't want to set up right behind home plate because of their fencing. You just wouldn't be able to see anything. So we're setting up here down the left field line, just out of play, over a short wall with no fence, no protection really, above about 3 feet off the ground. That's going to be 2 strikes now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And we don't have a tent, didn't bring a chair. I've been doing this long enough. Carson, I should know better. Ball high. Shout out to Miss Lisa Hughes, one of our biggest fans at BCTV Productions. She's able to watch us at home a lot, and that's what we're here for. This ball is going to be just another pop-up right to the third base and makes the play. Ends the inning. Again, Miss Lisa Hughes, I want to thank you for watching us on the BCTV Productions on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports. We're all going to take a quick break, and then we're going to honor our sponsors as well. All right, leading off the inning for the Jackets, it's Lady Adams on the mound. Will be a ball high there. Get back to their lineup. Number 3, Laney Scott. On deck is Waters, and in the hole, Green. Swing and a miss. Again, typically, this is just typical baseball, softball. Your lesser average hitters are typically at the bottom of the lineup, and you need to take advantage of that at this moment. Pop up here to the shortstop. Booth calls her off, makes the play right here in front of us. First out of the inning. And we are in the bottom half of the lineup. Caroline Waters. This is the eight spot. And his coach here just kind of floats right in front of our camera. Swing and a miss. Ball just low. Great looking pitch. Excuse me, called that a strike earlier. It must have been a little on the inside corner. Excuse me. Change up. This ball is right over our head. Going to be out of play. Literally out of play over the fence. It's going to be strike 2. Ball 1. Or excuse me, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Another foul ball. Ball low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Little change up there for strike 3. 2 outs now. Sadie is not big as anything. Me and Carson was talking in the truck before we got out. You know, baseball and softball, they're not a big man sport. Now you get to the upper levels, and you know the major college ball and major league baseball. You got some big athletes, but you don't, to be successful at the high school level, you don't have to be a big person. And she's a little thing. And now this ball is going to be popped up. Oh, Taz unable to make the play. She got a glove on it. Not sure. This ball has all kinds of spin on it. Could have been the 3rd out of the inning, but we're going to give it another shot here. Fake bunt. Called strike. Great pitch. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 9 hole for Jeff Davis. Jakia Green. Ball just a little low. Swing and a miss. Foul. Must have been got a piece of it. We've got our own peanut gallery. I just noticed they snuck up on me over here. We got some guys and gals from Bacon County High School over here to support our Lady Raiders. Tailgating, literally standing on the back of a tailgate. Get a shot of them here in a few minutes, in between innings. Thank them for coming over and supporting the Lady Raiders, as they do each. You know, softball girls support the baseball guys, and they all support football during this time of the year. Good-looking pitch, just a little low. I think if she throws it over the plate for a strike, we're going to maybe a strikeout or just a ground ball out or pop-up or something. I want to give her a base. Again, our coach is standing right in the way. Swing and a miss, but foul. Excuse me, not a miss, a swing and a foul ball. Apologize, I can't hear the tip. I have to watch the umpire. Wind is blowing in from right center. Good pitch. Just a little high. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Trying to get out of this inning, not really, I'd say, unscathed without giving up anything here. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Raiders, possibly, for Sadie Adams. And this ball is hit to the third baseman. Booth's going to fire over to first for the sure out. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Raiders. Again, our title sponsors, including Mr. Chris Wilcox and Aloha Tanning Salon and the individuals that are providing that service for Alma and Bacon County. And complete time frame as it starts and ends. This is something that's a once in a lifetime thing for the United States. As the moon will pass in front of the sun, and from Alma it'll be about 93% covered. So it's not a total eclipse that we'll see. We'd have to shoot up to Charleston, South Carolina, I believe, to see that. But anyway, Monday school is going to be out. They've dismissed in school early because of the transportation issues. Go to Family Vision Care. Be there. Might want to be there before 2. Get in line. Get your pair of glasses. And he's invited you to stay. Go out back behind their building. Bring a chair. Bring a blanket. And watch the eclipse. It's kind of cool. Strozier to the plate. Fakes bunt. More guys here coming in and support these Lady Raiders. Might get one on the horn before the game's over. Talk a little football. This ball's lifted into center field. And the play is made for the first out. Now we're back to the top of the lineup. Zoe Hodges popped out her first at bat. Top of the third. Ball's hit right to us. I tell you what, man, I'm quit talking about Carson because sure enough we're going to get us a line drive, but that's 4 that's been within 10 feet of us. I'm so thankful for this overcast. I don't want any rain on our equipment, but I tell you what, we're fortunate. It's 10 degrees cooler than what the forecast said. It said it was going to be 90 up until like 7:30. It's in the 80s. Here's Hodges. She hits it to right field. It's going to be down. Oh, what a great play. What a great play by the left fielder. Got to give credit where it's due, folks. I thought it was down, maybe for extra bases. I think I got it on camera, too. Maybe I didn't make you sick whipping it around, but great hit, just a better defensive play. Sadie up to the plate trying to help herself as she is on the mound for the Raiders. She takes strike on the inside corner. And there's a bunt. Perfect. She's going to be out. And I didn't get my camera over there fast enough. I was too busy watching the ball. But what a great play by the catcher. Again, 2 super defensive plays by Jeff Davis that stymies the All right, bottom of the third. Lady Jackets coming to the plate. Should be Chancey back to lead the game off. Number 18 that led the game off. Ball low as Adams still on the mound for the Lady Raiders. Swing and a miss. Lady Jackets flirted with scoring a couple runs in the first inning with a couple, I would say, seeing a single and just some luck, deflected balls, that sort of thing. Only able to score one to tie it up after the big home run by Booth in the first inning. Carter's on deck, Williams in the hole for the Jackets. This ball is hammered to left field. She's over the head. She's not being really enthusiastic out there, getting the ball in. And it's going to be a triple for the young lady. Want to have a visit to the mound. Coach Poff. Take this time again to recognize our sponsors. Andy Cawthon Auto Sales. Mr. Andy Cawthon. Might have a little audio trouble. Test. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that. Runner at third, no outs. Oh, I'm not sure what was wrong with that pitch. Elevation was good. Must have been inside. Again, a runner at third. It's never good with no outs. She puts the ball in play, or she looks her back, throws from her knees, unable. Oh, she's going to score. Now she's going to second. Just a little lapse right there for the Lady Raiders. Booth did a tremendous job making the play. She should have, again, I say this a lot, and I'm not to undermine anything. That's one in plays maybe you should have eat it. The first baseman she didn't get back to the bag like she was like me. She kind of got caught watching, not giving Booth a chance to possibly get the girl out at first with a tag of the bag itself. The first baseman had to reach. But nonetheless, one run in and a runner at second. Big cut, foul ball, out of play. Ball high. Ball way high. Runner's going to advance. It's almost like that ball slipped out of her hands. And again, the weather conditions leans itself for a hand that's could be moist. Two balls, one strike. Another ball high. I believe she is intentionally sort of pitching around this young lady in the three-hole. This is Williams with Wooten on deck and McGowan in the hole. There's a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, though, no outs. Runner at third. Advancing on the wild pitch. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout by Sadie Adams, keeping it low. That's a big out, especially in this third spot. Now the cleanup comes up. And she's there for a reason, I promise you. 2-1 early here, bottom of the third. Ball a little low. Just a little breeze now coming from right field. Coming across the field, not so much from center. Another ball high. Hit to AJ. She fires home for the out. Hammers her at home. What a great play by that young lady. Just a big arm. Well, I mean, that's the kind of plays that wins games for you in the end. When you able to steal a run from your opponent. Just no hesitation. Just took the ball and fired. I just assumed that's what happens when you assume. I assumed she was going to just fire over to first with a sure out. Big lefty at the plate now. This ball is going to be popped up. Oh. Great effort as they come right to the camera. That just scares me because all I see is some rocks in front of us and then this block wall. It's the last thing I want to do. See one of these young ladies injure themselves. Just out of reach of Booth, as you could tell. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Raiders trail by 1. And this ball is popped up. Could be trouble. No, Strozer makes the play. Ends the inning, however. Lady Jackets do take the lead, 2-1. We're going to take a quick break, honor our sponsors, and be back in. 2-1. Booth to the plate. The mighty Booth homered in the top of the first inning to opposite field, showing a lot of strength and power, which she has. Ball low. AJ is on deck, looking for a little redemption after a pop fly ball. All right, 1-1, no outs. Booth at the plate. I have a huge shout out after this pitch. I'd like to give a big shout out to Mr. Linwood and Miss Norma Poff watching live on the NFHS Network powered by Play on Sports. That is Coach Poff's parents. Thank you for joining us. Again, if this is the first time you've joined us, I'm not sure if you watched our very first home game. Again, I normally have a little bit better angle to watch a softball game than this, but it's still pretty cool, you got to admit. Ball low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Certainly doesn't want to put it in this young lady's wheelhouse. I don't care if the wind's blowing in or not, and it is. Directly from center field now. An inspiring speech by the coach between innings. Wouldn't it surprise me for these ladies to erupt for multiple runs here and just shut this team down after the speech she just gave them. This ball is hit high and left and deep. Way out of play. I'm not sure why I followed that. I typically don't when they go out of play. This ball is hammered left, way out of play in the trees. She gets her hands out just a little. With a little less speed. She wants to keep the hands in front. The barrel of that bat is whipping the round. Ball low. She's going to get a walk. Runner on. No outs here. The ladies are fired up. Over here in the dugout. Quick shot there. AJ. She was a fantastic freshman last year. Now it seems like she's been here for 4 years. She's only a sophomore. Ball inside, almost takes it off the shoulder. Ball is hammered foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Coach Poff's interesting. She's way back here with us, nowhere near what would normally be a coach's box around the third base. I'm assuming with a runner at third, she probably comes back up, but she is a good 40, 50 feet behind third base. Change up there. Carson, just got a text just for you, buddy, from Mr. JT, Jason Taylor, saying you're doing a fine job producing this show. Jason is somewhere near Columbus, Georgia, I believe, watching the show. Huge fan of ours. Appreciate his support and his enthusiasm for everything Red Raider. Jason, I'm going to try to get a quick interview with an old classmate of ours. And this ball is hit to the left field. It's going to be foul, out of play. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to ask him if I can get him on the air. But Mr. Chris Ropey is an employee, and it hurts me to say it, of Jeff Davis School System. He is the principal at the high school, and he is a former Red Raider. It just hurts my heart. Oh, there it is, Carson. I knew it. Hey, boy. Right at it. Well, just to the right of us. Made me flinch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs. Runner at first. Top of the 4th. AJ at the plate. And she hammers this one high. Oh, what a close play there by the young lady coming in, sliding. They have about an 8-foot warning area near the sidelines because there's not fence. It's a little different. It is a block wall about 4 high. I'm not sure exactly why they did that. It kind of looks cool, but I'm not sure how practical it is for injury purposes. She probably would have made that play if there had been a fence because she could have caught the ball. And if you run into a chain link, it's not as bad as running into this sucker. Let's come back around before I miss the play here. Another foul ball. But, Mr. Chris Rope, proud for him and his, again, he's the head administrator here at Jeff Davis High School. I just, it's hard to say because I know he played football and baseball for the Red Raiders, and we're just such a huge rival, our communities are. This ball is hammered, to the third baseman. She makes the play and nearly doubles up the runner at first. Again, that's one of those hits by a batter. You know, you just got to tip your hat. The girl makes a play. You put the bat on the ball. She's swinging the ball well, hit the ball well her first at bat. Just wasn't quite enough to get out. Brings Ashley Durrance to the plate. Only 1 out, runner at first. Last year, top to bottom, I kept saying throughout the season, and especially the playoffs, was one of the best hitting teams I felt like we've had at Bacon County. Hit batsman, that's going to put 2 on for Taz. And this girl's hot at the plate, other than this, her last at bat, little pop-up off her fist. But this team here may be more dangerous because of these 4 batters that's come to the plate in this inning. Booth, AJ, Durrance, and now Taz in the lineup. Here we go. 2 on. This ball is hit hard and deep to left field. Oh, she makes the play. I know it's in the sunshine. Booth is safe at third. Ashley's safe at second as they tag. Ball is hit nearly to the fence. The young lady had a grand slam in a game that didn't count, and then a home run the next day in Swainsboro. And again, almost a chance to take the lead there with that swing of the bat. And here's the thing. The wind is blowing in. I could show you the flag. If the wind were not blowing, that ball is out because if the girl doesn't catch it, it hits halfway up the fence, if you couldn't see that. A little conversation at the plate here by the Coach Poff. Cameo Snell. Got 2 outs here with 2 on. Base hit scores 1, possibly 2. Just a chance for the Raiders to make something happen. Huge at bat here for the Lady Raiders. Swing and a miss. And Cameo has tons of power. Just put it in play is what we're looking for. Make the defense work. Make the pitcher throw you something you want. Ball high. 1-1, 2 outs. Be patient. Swing and a miss. It's like she was anticipating one pitch and got another because she had a little hitch, it seemed like. And she wanted to swing, and then she kind of doubled down there and then did swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strike on the outside corner called. Strike 3. 2 left aboard. Raiders still trail 2-1. I want to thank our sponsors, Family Vision Care, Coley Electric of Alma. For the Raiders, Locke comes to the plate. Try to update you folks on Facebook. Ball. It's bottom of the 4th. JD up 2-1. Swing and a miss. I believe this young lady struck out her last at bat. This ball's popped up. Should be can of corner for Booth. She gets underneath. Makes the play. First out of the inning. And I could have moved the camera over a little bit and you'd have seen that. I apologize. Again, I'm not the camera guy for this crew typically. 2-man crew. Carson Taylor producing this. His first time producing. He was on the camera Friday night for our Red Raider football game for the first time. Did a fantastic job. If you didn't watch it live, go back and watch it on demand on our portal site. Raiders did a pretty good job. Had a few too many penalties, I believe, which I think everybody understood that. But things that can be fixed. Pretty talented team, I believe, for the Red Raiders this year. They have the ability, if they execute, they can make some good things happen. But again, he's producing the show on the computer. trying to keep his head low behind the wall. This ball is lifted into left field. A little easy out there for the second out of this inning. 3 up, 3 down would be fantastic for the Lady Raiders so they can get their offense back up quickly. Ball low. Second week of school for Bacon County. Finished our second Tuesday of the year. Trust me, we count them down just like that. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs for Adams. Pop fly, see if anybody can get underneath it. Ashley does for the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Raiders for the second time in 4 innings. We head to the top of the 5th. We're predicting and away. Whereas, football, pretty much you got a press box, you know where you're going, how you set up, you got power, you got all those issues pretty much ironed out. But we're just glad we could make it over today. Some of the girls asked me last week, AJ particularly, said, hey, Mr. Johnson, think you can make it over there? I said, can't hardly turn that down. Ball's fouled. First strike at the top of the 5th. And if I didn't love it, I wouldn't be here either. So I enjoy doing this along with teaching some young men and women as we broadcast how some of this stuff works. I'm hoping to train some of them to be able to help me commentate, as I think it takes a little bit of confidence. They just a little nervous about going on there. I don't know, Carson, he looks like he's ready to go. So y'all look out. This ball is hit close to me again. Been fortunate over the years to have some good crews, and those of you who've been with me for the past 6 or 8 years, you know the time we've taken to do the broadcast that we do, and you know about the kids that have helped me, and the ones that are in college and graduated from college now and starting their own lives and their families. Strike 3. Strozer's up now as Edwards goes down. It's first out. Hodges on deck. Get back to the top of the lineup. Again, about 15, 20 strong for our tailgaters in the outfield. Another 20 or 30 fans. C&I single there in the 9 spot for the Lady Raiders. As the sun sets, we're going to have a little trouble there as I swing my camera around toward midfield. Again, it's going to bring Hodges to the plate. She's the leadoff for a reason. I mean, she puts the bat on the ball, and she's patient. Maybe takes a walk. She can hit for base hit, drop a bunt, that type of player. Here's the pitch. She hits this one hard down that left field line. Just out of play again. This wall just scares me to death. Lisa Hughes, I know you're just cringing if you're able to see that as these young ladies are just barreling toward this about a 3-foot block wall. Again, I think a fence would be a lot safer environment for these ladies, and it would actually give them, I think, a better opportunity to make a play like that. Fearing hitting the stone or the block versus a chain link fence. Zoe straightens this one out, goes in the right center. She makes the play. It's going to be 2 outs here. It's going to bring Adams to the plate. Again, trying to help herself as she is pitcher of record. Trailing 2-1, excuse me. She's, I know she's definitely wanting to make something happen here. She slaps this one down the line. Her last at bat, she hit a perfect bunt, except the catcher just made it a better play. Fires out of the box and takes the ball and throws her out. And Sadie's, she's quick. This ball slapped to the right side as well. Foul. All right, here we go. Southpaw. Whew. Good height. Must have been outside because it was a good-looking pitch from this angle. Ball low, gets away from the catcher. Runner will advance to second if I can get my camera. Show you, I promise you. There it is. 2 outs, runner at scoring position now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Raiders treble 1. Got to tack on one somewhere. Might as well be here. She lifts it into right field. And the play is made for the 3rd out of the inning. Raiders unable to make something happen there. We are going to take a quick break here on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, here we are. Bottom of the 5th. Adams on the mound. Foul ball out of play. Kia green to the plate, and then we'll head back to top of the lineup for the Jackets. Looks like we got I don't know, maybe a sideline warning here for the Red Raiders.
We can't have artificial dugout where we have a bubble ball inside the dugout, but they can beat on the things, with the softball. So we can't have artificial noisemakers.
Or we're getting a warning from artificial noisemakers. But I don't know what the difference in having an artificial noisemaker and beating on a fence. I mean, that's kind of artificial too. That's what the home team's doing. But irregardless, it is what it is. But it's Jeff Davis. What do you expect? Hey, I've got a buddy here. We're gonna get on the air in just a second. He snuck around here behind me. I think he must have went around to check on the tailgaters, make sure everybody was being straight back there. If I can convince him to join me on air here. Get him set up. I'll try to be nice, folks, considering a former Red Raider. I couldn't hardly say it earlier. I may cry. Jason Taylor is listening to us. JT, he's on air. I told him I was going to try to get you on here. I'm getting chills, Notice Mr. Chris Ropey, principal at Jeff Davis High School. I'm super proud of you, brother, and proud for you in the situation that you're in. Unfortunately, the situation you're in, but I wish you the best academically. I just can't say the same athletically.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I can totally appreciate that. I can appreciate it.
Hey, I hope y'all scores on the classroom are just out of this world.
Through the roof.
Through the roof. But, on the ball fields, I just can't wish the same. But, no.
I'd expect nothing less from former athletes.
Hey, how you doing?
We're doing great. The transition's been a very smooth transition considering we've had two principals in 37 years. So the new guy coming in, they've done an outstanding job making me feel welcomed, and there's not a lot that we've had to change. Really a lot of the same, keeping the same programs in place, and it's been real good for me.
Well, that's good. And I know, speaking from a teaching standpoint, and this ball is pop fly into left field, and she gets underneath it and makes the out. The runner at second will stay. One out now here in the top of the fifth inning. Speaking from a teaching standpoint, I know that administrators they like support.
That's right.
And communication.
That's right.
And so I'm assuming you've got a pretty good staff over here overall. I mean, there's always you got some issues here and there, no doubt. I'm a teacher. I have my own issues with certain things, but overall, you it's like a team right here. You want to all be on the same page.
That's right.
And communicating, and everybody doing the same thing, working toward a common goal.
That's right.
Ultimately.
And we've looked at a couple of different initiatives this year. One being mindsets, 7 mindsets, and it's basically a positive approach about everything being no matter what you're faced with. You fail, that's a learning opportunity. Those types of mentalities, being accountable, and telling the teachers, it's okay to try something and it not work. Just the fact to do something different. Try to get your kids involved. So we do want teachers to have the autonomy in the classroom. of them doing what they feel was best. But at the same time, we got state standards.
There's standards. There's things you got to do. You got to cover. But there's different ways to cover certain things.
That's right.
And thinking outside the box. I have the luxury of teaching engineering and technology, and my scope is broad, and that helps me in my situation. Being able to do things like this, getting kids involved outside of the classroom, but we do a lot of the same things in the classroom with technology. So it.
You on a job?
Let me think. No. No, I don't. Miss Tracy, if you're out there listening, I definitely want to keep mine. But no, it's you talk about principals now. We're sort of this opposite situation.
Awesome.
We've got an unbelievable principal right now. But what I was going to say is, we've had 4 principals in the last 6-7 years. Now,
that's right.
Unfortunately, one we lost. Miss Sermons, and I may start crying if I talk about her. So she was very special, but we was proud to get her and have her for the time we had. But since then, this is our third principal, and through nobody's particular fault alone that everything transpired. But looking forward, I'm glad where we're at
That's
and where
right.
we're headed.
Well, I don't think you could have had a better situation moving in with your superintendent. I think the world of Miss Rowland.
Absolutely.
We got to work with her when I was an assistant principal in Bacon County, and Miss Tracy as well. We were all 3 assistant principals during that time, so I got to know both of them extremely well. And I don't think the Bacon County could have picked 2 better people in those positions.
And again, you mentioned Miss Judy Rowland being able to. Snatch her from Pierce County, another huge rival of
That's
Bacon
right.
County, and in all seriousness, we're just super proud to have her because we know what she brings to the table. She worked in our system for so long and in so many different facets, and brings a lot of knowledge and experience and enthusiasm.
That's
I think
right.
that's something that we're going to look forward to. It's nothing against other or previous superintendents, but when you have somebody from home, it does make a difference. This ball is flying into right field. It's going to be the second out of the inning for the Lady Raiders. And I apologize, we kind of got away from softball here. But, again, I just want to take a couple minutes to speak with Mr. Ropey. How's your family?
Doing great. My wife actually has taken a job in Appleton County. This is her second year being in Appleton County. She's an assistant principal at the primary school over there.
Well, great.
And my daughter went back to school. So we worked together and lived together in one county for 1 year before that. But everything's great. We're extremely blessed. God has been very good and gracious to our family.
Well, where he kind of split y'all, he put me and my wife together. We're together at home. We're right in the classroom side by side.
Awesome.
She left the early childhood classroom, and now she's teaching early childhood pathway at the high school, literally right next door to me.
That's great.
We don't see a whole bunch of each other during the day, but it is a really neat experience. I'm proud for her, and I'm really excited. This is her starting her her second year. No, I'm sorry. Third year. I'm getting old, man. And my kids are too.
Don't bring it up.
And but yeah, it's just I'm really proud or excited about her students. This ball is hammered to left field. What a great play by the left fielder for the Bacon County Red Raiders as we get out of the inning unscathed. Still trailing 2-1 as we head to the top of the 6th. Only got a couple more at bats for the Raiders to get this thing done. We're going to take a quick break here on the NFHS Network. Powered by Play on Sports. Before we leave the air, again, I want to thank Mr. Ropey for stopping by. All right, here we go. Had to wrap things up there with Chris Ropey. Good conversation there with him. AJ is at the plate after a walk by Booth. Opportunity to take the lead. One swing of the bat right here. And she throws down a bunt. A little surprising as they're able to get the out here. That was an obvious call play there by Coach. Taking the power stick out of this young lady and doing something just as good. She moves the runner over to scoring position. Top of the 6th inning. Having trouble hearing myself. That's why I wouldn't think I was loud enough. So thank you at home for humoring me in just a moment as I talk with Chris Ropey. There's a strike. Let's get refocused now on the softball game as we have a runner at second. 1 out. Top of the 6th. Ashley Durrance at the plate. Taz on deck. Bounces and hits her. Takes her base. We've got runners at first and second with Taz at the plate, who, folks, she gave it a ride earlier. If the wind had not been blowing in like it is now slightly, that ball would have been over the fence for another home run for this young lady in consecutive games. Could get real exciting right here. Again, Raiders can take the lead with a big base hit, ball in the gap or over the fence. And the pitch. And this ball is swung on and it's going to be caught by the shortstop as hit it right on the hosel of the bat. Going to be 2 outs now. Cameo Snell to the plate. Had a base hit her last at bat. Another called strike. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner in scoring position. Can the Raiders make something happen here? And this ball is popped up. It's going to be caught by the pitcher. 2-1. Raiders trail early in this young season. We're going to take another quick break, honor our sponsors. McGowan is coming to the plate for the Lady Jackets. We need a 3 up, 3 down for sure. Well, we definitely need to get out of here without giving up any runs as we head to the top of the 7th. Raiders with runners in scoring position the last 2 innings, unable to make something happen. You can hear the breeze there. Carson's a pro. He's already corrected me. And again, it is the bottom of the 6th. Hoping to hold them scoreless here as we move to the top of the 7th. And again, his coach is right in the way. This ball is just lobbed out of play, thankfully. Strike. Just low in the zone. Two balls, two strikes for Adams, who has pitched well enough to win. This ball is just out of play for the first out of the inning. Again, she's pitched well enough to win. We just got to find a way to scrap out a couple runs, 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead. Ball just a little low. Strike right down the pipe. One ball, one strike. This ball's hit to Booth, who was pretty sure gloved and armed for the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down. One more. We're going to see if we can make something happen here. We will be in the bottom half of our lineup, or bottom third, I should say. Lady Raiders coming off of a top 5 AA season, top 5 in the state, as we advance to Columbus and won 2 games, lost 2 games, and had an opportunity to reach the semifinals, just come up just a little short. Vidalia made it to the finals for the 2nd year in a row and were eliminated again this year by Harlem. A timeout at the mound. These ladies are talking things over, making sure they got it straight. I want to thank Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales, Cole Electric of Alma, Family Vision Care, and Aloha Tanning Salon. That's a good-looking pitch. Maybe he did call it a strike. They put a strike on the board. I'm just not sure if that's the right. Dead ball. It's not what you want to do in this situation, as it's going to bring up. I think we're back to the top of the lineup. No, not quite. It's Waters. Got Waters green and white. This ball is hit deep to right field. And she makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. So we have 4 up, 3 down for the Raiders. But the big thing is we didn't give up any runs. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to head and root real hard here at the top of the 7th. Diamond Edwards to the plate. Opportunity to make a name for herself here as we trail 2-0 here in top of the 7th. This is it, as Carson said. If we don't score a run, at least one, we're going home with our first loss on the season and first region loss, more importantly. Maybe most importantly, a loss to Jeff Davis. Attempted bunt, and it's foul. I want to thank all of you again for joining us live. Takes strike 2. Got to swing the bat. Got to be super careful now at 0-2 count. Just trying to get back to the top of the lineup. That means that, good pitch. Way out in front for strike 3. Strozier to the plate. Hodges on deck. Takes ball 1. We'll take a walk, anything here. Hit batsman. Got to have a base runner or a home run. One of the two. And there's the hit. In the hole deep. Makes a throw. Fast runner. Just a great defensive play for the second out. 1 out away. Hodges to the plate. Typical nail biter between these two clubs early in the season. Two young teams. I know Bacon County is. This should be it. Shortstop squeezes it for the third out. It's going to end the game. Tough loss for the Lady Raiders. I know they're going to be disappointed, but guess what? We get them again, and we get them at home. And it's a long season. We just begun. Only 2 weeks in. Congratulations to Yellow Jackets for their victory. But we got a couple ladies that are injured. You see one there that's kind of hobbling around. Another one that's Miss Han. She should be back in a couple weeks. Maybe just some stress there on that ankle, from what I understand. Bree Harper is coming back from a minor, I don't know if there's such a thing as minor meniscus surgery, but looking to get her back on the mound as well. But again, these ladies are resilient. This coach is definitely has got a mentality that I think these girls are going to rally around. And so again, no harm, no foul. It's just a good, hard-fought game. Not too many mistakes. Didn't have a lot go our way, but you just got to have some good things happen at specific times in tight games like this. And just a couple ones on the board. It's 2-1 loss for the Lady Raiders. We're going to look forward to Thursday. Come out to the Lady Raider Field Thursday at home, 6 o'clock. I think we're hosting Metter, if that's correct. We'll be broadcasting, but I encourage you to come out if you haven't been to the ball field specifically. We're going to cut things loose here on behalf of Carson Taylor, who has produced the show today, and myself, Brent Johnson, and the Engineering Technology Department at Bacon County High School. And on behalf of NFHS Network on the Play on Sports, I want to thank you for joining us. And, again, go Raiders.